Hi, welcome to The Truth of Tal and Isaac. I'm Tal.
I'm Isaac.
Episode number 82 coming at you tonight. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a good show.
Okay.
It's going to be a
That's
good
a good
show.
start. That's
a good start.
Good job.
Okay, so in honor of Kyrie Irving, we are going to do a most hated NBA players. I'm going to do all time. Isaac's going to do present day. We're also going to do buy, sell, NFL. I do AFC. He does NFC.
Okay.
Cool beans?
Yeah.
John Stallworth, best 82 of all time. He was awesome.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers receiver.
Okay.
Okay, Michigan, Rutgers. It was a great weekend in college football.
Yeah. Two different conversations there.
Yeah, but
Michigan beat Rutgers.
yeah, good for them. Defense stepped on the neck in the second half. It was good. And Blake Corum on that Heisman trot.
Yeah, I might have to put a couple bucks down for Blake Corum because he's still not like top three, I think, right? Just those quarterbacks. Yeah, Michigan looked great in the second half. We got to take care of business next couple weeks.
Can you bet on Blake just making the top three?
I'm not that deep into it.
Kind of like win, place, or show for horse racing?
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. There's some horse thing this weekend, I think, right?
I don't know.
There's some horse race weekend people are betting on. Yeah, Michigan, awesome. College football, great weekend of college football. Like, spectacular weekend, actually. And a couple weeks, we're going to Columbus. Not us, actually. Us being, like, the collective Michigan Wolverines. We would not go to Columbus for that game.
No,
Shot.
We'd be shot.
Shanked? They might just stab
Shank,
us.
for sure. Yeah, probably just a shank. You're right.
It depends on the political climate at the time.
True that.
Okay, regardless, Michigan, good job. I actually think they might beat Ohio State, but we're not going to talk about that yet.
You're saying there's a chance.
They're a 7-point underdog now. It used to be higher. It's down to 7.
It's like 13 point.
Yeah, it's down to 7.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Colin and the Holy Names Knights, tough loss against San Francisco. It was just beat. We just left there an hour ago. Terrible. Isaac didn't know this, but you need to look it up. History, 1972, United States men's basketball team versus the Soviets. They got ripped off. The gold medal the silver medal is still sitting there in Munich to be picked up. Americans never picked it up. Colin and Noah and the boys are not going to pick up their participatory ribbon from the loss today. It was bad.
Fraudulent, we're not going to delve into it. It's too controversial. It's too political.
Super controversial.
But,
man, it was
yeah.
bad.
They deserve to win, and we're trying to just take in the local sports here.
Yeah, a little bit of local sports content. It's important.
Just a brutal loss. Very upset.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
I know you don't want me to talk about this, but Mitch Miller, the dude who the Boston Bruins just cut, you're a bad dude, and you deserve to get cut, and you need to shovel poop for the rest of your life as your job. If you don't know who Mitch Miller is, look him up. Bad dude. Look at the victim statement.
All 6 of our listeners don't know who that fraud
No,
is.
we've got some hockey guys that are fans.
Okay.
Mitch Miller, you're bad.
Okay.
Pistons, we need to talk about the Pistons just for a minute.
Okay, this is not a Pistons episode, so...
Just say, I like Sadiq Bey coming off the bench. That's his future role, coming off the bench.
Depends on who we're starting in front of him. That's just a silly thing to say without... Who's starting in front of him?
Wembanyama.
Okay, that's... Stop. Just next...
No, that's good.
Not going there.
Wembanyama, Duran.
Okay, I'm just going to go there.
Bojan, Cade, Ivy.
It's Bojan.
I don't know if you pronounce it correctly. Okay, that's all I got for off the top.
Wow. Okay, I got to tell a quick story here. I had a really good wrong number phone conversation a couple days ago that I got to tell you. Okay.
I didn't hear about this.
It's all time. This is good. So I was at home. I think I was doing homework, and I get a call, and it's like, hey, is Derek there? Like, no, Derek. And there's like a 10-second pause, and then he's like, yeah, Derek, you there? I'm like, no, man, not Derek. Sorry, dude. And he's like, oh, okay. And then kind of pauses for a few seconds, and then I'm like, I don't know what else he wants. So I'm like, well, I hope you find Derek. And he's like, oh, Derek, are you there? I'm like, nope, still not Derek. I think you got the wrong number.
What time of day was this?
Middle, afternoon, it was late afternoon. And
late afternoon, enough time for this person to be drunk or high.
It didn't sound, he just wants Derek. So then I think after he's like, I think it's the wrong number. I'm like, yeah, it is. Oh, okay. All right. See you, man. See ya. So that's the conversation. I just thought it's a good one.
Nice.
Okay.
So shout out to Derek.
Shout out to Derek and the man who really wanted Derek. He didn't sound frantic. He just wanted his boy Derek. So I respect it. Black Adam, new movie, hilariously bad. Just like a riot. Like it's a fun movie to see with your buddies, but it's not good. In-person sports rock. I just wrote that down.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, going to a lot of in-person sports. Stop looking at my notes. And regardless, the Holy Names thing was cool. I was kind of referencing some Pistons games I'm going to. Mm-hmm. I've seen a Michigan game on Friday, basketball game. Just in-person sports missed it because of COVID. Michigan may beat Ohio State. We talked about that. Black Panther 2 comes out this weekend. I don't know when I'm going to see it. Really looking forward to that. Pretty nervous about that. That's all I got here, folks.
Nervous because you want it to be good, but are you a little afraid it's not going to be?
Yeah, I'm a little skeptical.
Ooh, that would be bad because Black Panther was good.
First, Black Panther's great, and it's a really tough task, but Ryan Coogler, the dude who's making it, he's pretty cracked, so I think he'll be good. But just wanted to put that out there.
Okay, you want to go football first, then we'll rotate into the NBA stuff?
Yeah, you can say your bad take right now.
Okay, so...
Don't touch the table.
Yeah, AFC stuff, no ear rape. Tua. So here's the deal with Tua. Like, he's getting lots and lots of love, and he's playing pretty well, and we're both Tua fans. But honestly, he's throwing the guys that are so wide open. Like, we watched a few plays on Sunday, and he was just like, man, he was open by 5 yards, and Tua underthrew it 8 yards, but they recovered and made the catch. So, Tua, we like that you're doing well. We like that you're getting lots of yards, but you're not as good as people are saying. And same thing, Hill, Cheetah, you cannot break Calvin Johnson's record.
Okay, well, even if he breaks it, there's an extra game, so I'm not going to count it. Fraud. So that's your take there.
Yep.
Okay, so
Miami. That's my Miami take.
Okay, so I'm gonna buy that Tua is not the MVP. Like, we like Tua, like you said, but there's some people that are like, oh my gosh. It's like, respectfully, I honestly think if you put Goff in that system, now I think Goff makes more losing plays than Tua does. That's kind of how I would put them. I think Goff will lose more games than Tua will. Neither are winning games for you, right?
Yep.
But
you're down 5, 2 minutes to go. I just don't see Goff or Tua, bringing it down the field.
But I'm rooting for the Dolphins. If there's going to be a
we
quarterback,
like them.
And when I saw the Dolphins in person, right, and there was numerous plays where it's like, wow. First of all, everyone's has 8 yards of separation all the time. Hill and Waddle are always open, and then the underthrowing thing, it's pretty significant. But I'm rooting for Tua and the Dolphins. They're a likable team, I think.
Yep.
Okay, Justin Fields, good quarterback. Buying or selling?
I'm gonna buy it.
I'm buying. Okay, he's a lot of fun to watch. We kind of knew he would be. Now, I had a lot of Justin Fields stock coming out of college when Chicago drafted him. I'll be honest, I sold some of it, but I kept a lot. I still kept a lot, so my ROI is still going to be good.
I think you sold most of it.
No, I still have a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Last 3 games, some numbers here. 773 total yards, 9 tutties, 3 games. I think that's right. And the Bears coaches are finally realizing, hey, maybe we should schedule some run plays. And I think he had 170-something rushing yards, most by a quarterback ever, right? You saw that. Broke, I think, Vic's record. So I'm rooting for Fields. I think
he's Kaepernick.
I thought it was Vic, and that's too political. I thought...
Okay.
I thought Justin Fields was going to be good, and he still doesn't have any weapons, but he is very fun to watch. I don't think he's going to be Aaron Rodgers for the next 20 years, so I'm not going to hate him. But yeah, Justin Fields, good job.
Okay. You buying the sauce?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Sauce Gardner, boy, he is good. He's maybe not the best quarterback in the NFL yet, but he's already in the conversation of the top 3. He's going to be really good for a decade. This is what Okudah should have been. I think Okudah's going to be solid, but Sauce is on a different level. If you draft a cornerback that high, they need to be an All-Pro. Sauce is an All-Pro already.
Yeah, Sauce, if you look at QB ranking, CB rankings, he's for sure top 5, might be top 3. Good job, Sauce Gardner. Okay, this is a fun one. Aaron Rodgers will retire after this season, buying or selling?
I'm going to buy it.
Really?
Going to buy it.
Okay, go ahead.
I think he's just pissed off at Green Bay and pissed off at the world, and he's acting like a sucky baby who just didn't get his nap, and then when he didn't get his nap, he wanted his puppy, and he didn't get his puppy, and he's kicking the dirt. And he's just going to say, I'm done. I'm going to go do something great. And he's going to, invent potions and nobody's going to care about him.
Kyrie might.
And he's going to be Brett Favre the second.
In terms of the off-the-field nonsense, too?
Yeah, he's just going to be a nonsense, loser, illegal jerk-off.
Well, at least Brett Favre was able to have relationships just screw up. Rodgers already screwed up all of his relationships.
Yeah, he's got no family left.
Respectfully, that's a fact.
That's true.
Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he's going to retire after this year, so I'm going to sell that.
Okay.
And simply because of the numbers, folks, he just signed a 3-year, $150 million extension. A lot of it's guaranteed. The cap hit is brutal. He's making basically $50 million this year and the next 3 years. But man, on Sunday against the Lions, he looked... from a quarterback standpoint, he looked terrible. And then you factor in, the throwing hissy fits like every couple drives was nuts. They're on a 5-game losing streak. If you look at who they lost to a lot of bad teams. They're missing the playoffs this year. He looks as unhappy as ever, but he's going to stay just because of that money.
Yep. Okay. Jeff Irsay is an idiot. Buying or selling?
Is it Jeff Irsay or
Jim Irsay.
Okay, so you had Jim written down.
I did have Jim written down.
Okay. Go. You can say this.
So he's the owner of the Colts, who basically hired Sean Radigan, who we like. Basically hired Sean Radigan to be the coach of the Colts.
Okay. Yeah, that's a weird take. Yes.
They've coached at the same level.
Respectfully,
now Jeff
high
Saturday
school,
did
right?
play in the NFL, but he was a high school coach.
Yeah, the Colts. Well, Irsay is the guy that's sticking up to the Washington guy, I think.
Is it really?
I think he's the one that's just saying things he shouldn't say and leaking things he shouldn't. So I think I like him. But weird
He's
hire.
sticking it 2 or sticking up 4?
I think he's sticking it 2. Like he was leaking stuff to the media, saying like owners are already talking about. Like I think he's the guy that said a bunch of stuff.
So then he's good on that, but on the hiring Jeff Saturday,
unless you want to lose games, and he might. So yeah, I agree. That was goofy.
Okay.
Okay, the Rams are finishing below 500. Buy or sell?
Buy.
Do you want to hear their schedule? Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, they're 3-5 right now. Okay, try not to write too much here. Ready? 3-5. Versus Cardinals.
Where?
Versus Cardinals.
Oh, versus Cardinals. Win.
At Saints.
Loss.
At Chiefs.
Loss.
Home versus Seahawks. Keep in mind the Rams don't have home court, right? Like it's just going to be Seattle fans.
Loss.
Yeah. Home versus Raiders.
Win.
Yeah. At Packers, Monday Night Football. Tough one. Brutal game.
Loss.
I agree. Christmas Day, home versus the Broncos. Another brutal game.
Win.
At Chargers, Sunday Night Football. Keep in mind, Chargers also
nobody
don't
has
have,
home court.
It's gonna be like COVID.
Super injured. I'm gonna put it down as a win.
There's a good funny thing like COVID. Like no one's gonna be there.
It's
not
true.
Gonna know. And then at Seattle, week 18, loss. So
I have 7 wins.
yeah, they're gonna finish below 500. They're gonna be probably
even if they win 8, we're winning.
bottom like 16 team in the NFL.
Very interesting. Good pick for the Lions.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Patty Mahomes is now MVP. Buying?
Yeah, I think I will. Oh man, okay, make a case. Tell me why I should vote for him.
They are just starting to get their wide receivers in play. They got Tony, the guy from the Giants that they drafted.
Yeah.
He still depends on Kelsey a ton, throws to Kelsey a ton. But now they've got some weapons. They're realizing, okay, let's just not run the ball. It's just wide open, throw all sorts of like short stuff. The other thing is Allen is dinged up. That is a significant factor because, the 3 guys are, right? Patty Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and Allen.
Yeah, there you go. You got him.
I said Hurts, not Hurst.
Well, I'm a big Hurts guy. I was going to say I think Hurts is just as good a case as these other guys, especially with their record. I missed the second half of the Titans-Chiefs games. I guess the Chiefs came back in OT and won, and Mahomes kind of lit it up.
Yeah.
So I need to catch up on that. And after I watch him, I guess he had some sweet touchdown, scramble run. He's probably going to be my MVP after I watch that sweet play. Okay, Vikings. The Vikings are 7-1 in a very crappy NFC. Are they a top 3 team? I can give you some options, and you can tell me who you like.
So are they a top 3 in a crappy NFC?
Okay, I'm going to tell you some teams in the NFC.
The answer is yes.
You think they're top 3?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say some...
Philly's 1 for sure.
Okay, so Philly's 1. Seahawks are 6-3. Who do you like more?
I think Minnesota.
Okay, Cowboys are 6-2. Who do you like more?
That's probably a toss-up. I think Minnesota.
Okay, Giants are 6-2. Who do you like more?
Minnesota.
Okay, Niners are 4-4. Who do you like more?
When healthy, I like the Niners.
Semantics. Say an answer.
Niners.
Okay. So like 3 top 5. I might take all those teams ahead of the Vikings.
It's close.
If they're losing at Seattle. If there's a wild card game at Seattle.
Oh, if it's in Seattle, they lose.
And the Cowboys' defense is really good, but yeah, Vikings, they're 7-1. The NFC sucks, and no one is buying it.
And Cousins, they love him now.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, Russell Wilson does 4 hours of leg raises while the teammates sleep, and Cousins just becomes the man.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that, just look up the Cousins video, and you'll just laugh.
Yeah. He had the "you like that" thing a couple years ago, a few years ago. Now he's got this. Still sucks on.
He's getting some street cred.
No.
Okay, so Tennessee, Baltimore, which are like 1970s Big Ten teams, are you buying these guys for a playoff run? They're very similar. Obviously, Baltimore relies more on Jackson to run, and Tennessee just says, King Henry, can you run the ball and run through people and over people?
I like Baltimore more than Tennessee.
I know you're a big Baltimore fan.
And I don't know if I like Tennessee more or less with the guy who can't throw. Right? Like Malik Willis, who I actually think is going to be good.
Really?
That's a hot take right now. I have some penny stock right now. Penny stock for Malik Willis. I'm going in. I think he's going to be decent, actually. I might like them with Willis more than with Tannehill, because I know they're going to completely lean into just running the option, and if Henry's not running it, Willis is probably going to be running it, and they're not going to throw much.
It'd be interesting.
And
like Oklahoma wishbone offense from 1975.
Mike Vrabel, legit, really good coach.
Yeah.
I like both this. Yeah, so I would be buying in. Look, I don't think they're beating the Bills. I
saw a comparison. Mike Vrabel is to defense what Campbell is to offense as a coach. They don't really have the full package, but they're inspirational leaders.
Difference is Mike Vrabel wins some games.
And Vrabel might be a little smarter than Campbell. Is that possible?
Yeah, but Campbell's going to develop. We like him still.
I still like him, and realistically... Oh, sorry about the ear rape.
Yeah.
The Lions are not... They did not plan to win this year.
Okay, we don't need to... This is like so off. Okay. We don't need to go in on the Lions. But yes. My turn?
Yes.
The 7 seed in the NFC will be below 500.
Yes.
I'm selling. I think someone's going to get hot. And it might be like the Falcons or the Commanders.
Mariota and like who's the...
Well, the 49ers. Here's the thing. The 49ers and the Seahawks. 49ers are 4-4 and the Hawks are 6-3. Let's say the Hawks hold on to that division. I think the Niners can win 10 games. Or 9 games.
Yeah, I agree.
And they would be above 500. So you're wrong and I'm right in that case.
No, but there still has to be a couple more teams that are going to get in.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Someone's going to get hot. I'm sticking with it. Maybe the Rams.
3 teams are going to get hot?
Maybe some. I don't know. Yeah, something's going to happen. Taylor Heineke's going to get good. Something's going to happen.
This isn't L for Isaac. You erred in this one. You make fun of me a lot. Big L for Isaac in this one. Okay, here's a question.
Okay.
Tank competition.
Uh-oh.
Right? We've got Houston, Pittsburgh, and Vegas that are all now in the running along with the Lions for the number 1, number 2, number 3 overall pick.
Okay, you're wrong. I'll tell you why.
Real quick. Yeah. Houston, there's only 2 games that I can see them possibly winning. Hosting Washington, hosting Jacksonville.
Jacksonville low-key good.
I think Houston only wins Washington, and that's it. So they only win 2 games. Pittsburgh, hosting the Panthers, and hosting the Raiders.
I would need to look at their other schedules. Those are both winnable games. I think Pittsburgh is not on the level of Houston.
I agree with you there. Okay. Vegas, which I thought was going to be half decent.
No, okay, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Steelers and Colts are, again, 2 very winnable games for them. But I don't know what else. Not many.
Let me just go off on the Raiders here because we've got time today.
Yeah.
I was so adamant?
Yeah.
That the Raiders should sell. Sell Derek Carr for what you can get. Sell everyone. You already let Henry Ruggs go, moron. I'm going to say completely sell. Get last in your division. You're not touching the Chiefs. You're not touching the Chargers. And the Broncos suck. You're not as good as them either. I said in the offseason they should completely tank, except the fact they're going to suck for a couple of years.
They decided to trade for Adams and spend $1 billion.
They did the opposite. So I was going to say, do they even have their first-round pick?
I don't think so. Didn't they trade 2 first-round picks?
That's what I thought.
Green Bay might even actually pick a receiver at some point.
Then
Rodgers is going to retire.
It'd be awesome.
And Jordan Love's going to have to throw it left-handed to the wide receivers.
Maybe, do you know how people say Ben Simmons, he's actually right-handed and right-handed jump shots look good. Maybe that's Jordan Love's deal. Maybe he throws...
you know what? It's true.
Yes, good job.
Who's the uncle from...
Uncle Rico?
Uncle Rico.
Yeah, we would have won state.
We would have won state.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about, Raiders suck. Yeah, Houston's terrible.
Houston is terrible. Pittsburgh's actually okay. Vegas is poopy, but not as bad.
Vegas is poopy, but they have a tough schedule. That's the thing. That's the thing with Vegas. It's like if you look at their schedule, it's like okay, they're probably going to play the Chargers again. They're probably going to play the Chiefs, right? Again. Yeah, that's a good one there. I think Houston probably gets first overall. Unfortunately,
I agree with you.
And I don't really know what they do. They probably just go QB.
They're going to go QB for sure.
My guy Davis Mills, though. It's okay.
They got Pierce, who's good.
Davis is going to be a great Chase Daniel backup. I feel
Yes,
like, yeah.
I agree with you.
Okay. Kenneth Walker, rookie of the year, buying or selling?
Buying.
Facts.
Yeah,
He's
since
currently...
he is coming, like, maybe it's the third game of the season or fourth game of the season. He was the starter. He's been a beast.
Oh, yeah. He's the slight number 1 now.
Is he?
Slight ahead of Damian Pierce, who's the kid in Houston, who's just awesome. Chris Olave's there, Garrett Wilson. It looks like none of these quarterbacks are going to, right? Like, you got Kenny Pickett. Unless Malik Willis turns into what I think he might be in 4 years, he's not going to win it. So, yeah, it's probably going to be Walker. And he is awesome. He's a Michigan State guy, but I have no, ill will.
We don't care about that.
Other than he single-handedly beat our team last year.
Yes.
Other than that, I don't think he's a punk, which is rare for a Michigan State alum.
I agree.
Regardless, Kenneth Walker, rookie of the year, buying. Might place some money down on that. Because I think soon that odds are going to... Okay, yeah, you?
2 teams that you like and have loads of talent but have had loads of injuries.
Okay, let me guess. Chargers?
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, I think so.
Broncos?
Cincy.
Okay, yeah, I like Cincy.
Yeah. You buying those guys? Do you think somebody's going to get healthy and make a run?
Yeah. I think the Chargers have too much talent. Now, it sucks because, Slater's out for the
They
year.
just lost. Yeah.
Keenan Allen hasn't played, all year. Mike Williams is now injured. Josh Palmer is now their number 1 receiver, and Gerald Everett is his number 2 option, right?
Oh, boy, that's tough.
But Herbo, I think he's playing with broken ribs still. He's the man.
He is.
He's the man.
Tough. I honestly, there's 2 quarterbacks who are just going to say, okay, we're going to win some games. By myself, we're going to win some games.
Herbo and Burrow. Facts.
Correct.
Yep. I'm a little less on the Bengals.
Burrow has guys to throw to, but unfortunately, he's
Well,
got paper mache to block.
He has no Chase as well.
Yeah.
He still has Higgins
Chase
and
is
Boyd.
Still a couple weeks.
Yeah. I'm a little on the Bengals just because that division is tough, right? I don't think they beat the Ravens. I think the Ravens get that division. So the Bengals got to get one of those wild card spots.
Okay.
My turn. Okay, Eagles. They're 8-0. Are they going to go undefeated?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you want to hear their schedule and you tell me when they lose?
Yes.
All right. Eagles are currently 8-0. I don't think they will go undefeated. I will say their schedule. Home versus Commanders, Monday Night Football.
Better win that.
Yeah, so that's 9. Then they play at the Colts. That's
10.
10. Then they play home versus the Packers on Sunday Night Football.
11.
Yeah. Home versus the Titans. Trap game.
12, I think.
Okay. At the Giants.
They're going to lose in New York.
Be awesome.
Evan, that's for you.
Okay. At the Bears.
So another win.
Okay, what if Justin Fields is
Doesn't
still...
matter.
Okay. At the Cowboys.
That could be a W.
That's going to be a massive
could
game.
be a loss.
That's going to be a huge game.
That'll
for
be
the
a huge
division.
game.
Home versus the Saints.
Win.
Yeah, home versus the Giants.
Win.
So they might only lose 2 games. But I agree. They're not going to go undefeated.
I mean, 15-2 is still awesome. They're first overall. They're probably going to coast a little bit, which is okay.
Okay, I have no more takes. Do you have any more?
Just a couple NFC quick ones. Geno Smith.
My guy, Geno.
Okay, I agree.
My guy, Geno.
Bye.
I'm rooting for him.
I like these guys that just come out of nowhere and they were...
Have you ever seen anything like that in your football watching days? Where it's perennial backup for 8 years, 9 years, no good.
Kurt Warner was bagging groceries.
I think that's different. Kurt Warner...
And then he was a backup.
No, Kurt Warner would currently be doing Uber and DoorDash right now.
Correct.
Geno Smith was a backup who just held the clipboard for 10 years and now he's playing. Has there been anything like that where it's perennial backup and he plays and he's awesome? Has that ever happened?
Doug Williams, the quarterback for Washington, was a backup for a bunch of years and came back and won. And actually, Doug Williams, first African American quarterback to win the Super Bowl, so that was kind of big.
Doug Williams.
Yeah,
Respect.
Warren Moon,
Yeah.
who was basically banished to the CFL because they didn't think he could play quarterback, won 5 Grey Cups in a row, and then played with Houston, and he was really good.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of old school examples that,
Good job.
yeah, gray hair comes in handy.
So Geno, and I comeback player of the year. I hope he wins it. Saquon has a pretty good argument.
Yeah,
I'm still rooting for my guy Brian Robinson. He got shot and he's still
he got
balling.
shot.
But I think Geno. I am really rooting for Geno and Pete
Beast.
Carroll. Okay,
Yep.
what else do you have?
That's it.
Okay, respect. We're in good time.
Okay.
Okay, NBA least favorite players. This can
Do you want to set this someone up?
Well, you do because I have to write down the timestamp.
Okay.
So you have to.
So there's been a guy who's been in the news way too much, and we're going to talk about him a little bit. His name is Kyrie Irving. He's an anti-Semitic, anti-vax, flat Earth idiot, and unfortunately, he is getting way too much attention. and way too many people are talking about him and Kanye. Those guys are idiots and they're racist asses. And you deserve bad things to happen to you.
Oh,
you do.
okay.
Like lose your money. Like Kanye or Yee or whatever his name is, he's going to lose all his money. Kyrie, the Nets have put pressure on Kyrie because he's got to like do 6 things and apologize. Well, he lacks the ability to apologize. So even if they said you have to apologize for your comments, he couldn't do that. He is unable to apologize.
He's able to put out a little PR Instagram post.
Pretty sure he didn't write that.
Yeah. He would have used Oxford Dictionary some more if he wrote that.
Well, he's in Oxford, I think.
Yeah. Okay, really quick on Kyrie. There's a lot of people that are defending him, and it's really unfortunate. And it's not that they're dumb. It's that they don't even want to see the other side. And some of them are my buddies, and they don't even want to try to understand where these people are coming. These very smart, educated people, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Joe Tsai.
So these people are not defending. They're ripping on Kyrie.
Yeah. They're not even seeing that viewpoint. They're not even trying to understand why did that Anti-Defamation League decline his donation. They're trying to see why is Kareem speaking out. They're going to see what they don't want to see that. They're just, okay, Kyrie's my guy. Read a headline. That's enough. Someone said something lunatic. Okay, I'm going to listen to that, and that's it. They don't even want to. They don't even want to.
There's a lot of bad dudes that have said a lot of bad things, but Kyrie has a huge platform, and he said stupid stuff, and he didn't retract it. America, especially, loves when people apologize and they like atone for their errors. Kyrie hasn't shown that ability, so people are just piling on top of him. And the Nets kind of said, you know what, we're done. We're not winning with this score anyways. Let's just try and divest ourselves from this goofball.
I just want to address the people that aren't trying to understand the other side. You're wrong for not even trying to understand it. You don't have to agree. You just got to make an attempt. Like, I've done my reading. I've done my research to see where Kyrie and those guys come from. I think they're wrong. That's my opinion. At least I discovered that. These guys don't even want to discover.
The vast majority of educated people think they're wrong. When I say vast majority, I mean high 90s percentage.
Yeah, because they have an understanding of the situation.
Yeah, do you want to be on the educated, smart team that has almost everybody, or on the other team?
I just want to, like, if you're defending Kyrie, that's fine. Do 10 minutes of research. That's all I ask. Just do 10 minutes of research.
It's actually not fine. You're an idiot.
Okay, you're an idiot. Facts, respectfully.
Yeah.
But you got to try to listen.
True.
And these guys aren't.
Truth.
And
yes, please educate yourself.
That's what I'm
all
trying
we
to
can
say.
ask.
Respectfully educate yourself, period.
Fair
If
enough.
you listen to this, this is stuff.
You're probably educating yourself by listening to this.
That's
You're smarter by listening to this.
You don't even
It's a
need
good
a
start.
degree. This is a degree, respectfully. Okay.
Community college?
For sure. Wherever Aaron Rodgers went to school, like before he went to the Cal or wherever, for sure. Okay.
So we've each created some lists. Most hated NBA players of all time. I did the old school all-time one just because I'm old. Isaac has done the present day one. How do you want to handle this? Do you just want to go through my list first so we can discuss debate? Probably makes sense to get a bit of flow.
Okay, whatever you want to do, respectfully.
Okay, so a couple of caveats here. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but I'm a Pistons fan. I've been a Pistons fan for a long time. So there might be a lot of people that are NBA fans that think that there's some bad boys that should be on this team of most hated. Bill Laimbeer, Isaiah Thomas, Dennis Rodman,
Rick Mahorn,
Rasheed Wallace. There's a few guys
Ben Wallace
that would be on the... No, Ben Wallace. People like Big Ben.
Okay, not the Pacers.
But these guys are not on the list because guess what? There are boys, and they don't do bad things. They're rough and tumble.
Okay, facts. That's a good one. Okay.
Couple of honorable mentions.
Okay, I'll go now. I'll do my honorable mentions. Okay, right into the mic. That was good. Honorable mentions of my least favorite. I didn't do most. I did least favorite.
I said most hated.
Semantic-y. We'll figure it out. TJ Warren. Now, he didn't do anything wrong. He just messed with my guy Jimmy. And you don't do that. I don't play that. Dwight Howard. Many things, including trying to blatantly rip Jimmy's head off from the 2020 finals. I don't know. People probably don't remember that. It was terrible. Russell Westbrook. Honestly, 2 years ago, he probably would have been higher on this list. Now it's just kind of...
doesn't count.
It's easy to crap on him, so I'm not going to. And then Marcus Smart. Didn't crack top 10, but I'm not a Marcus Smart guy.
Okay. So my honorable mention, guys, Robert Parrish.
Okay.
Because he beat on the Pistons. Robert Horry, big shot Bob.
Why not? Just
because he hit that three-pointer to freaking sink the Pistons. Rasheed Wallace just should have covered him. And Horry should have missed that shot.
wasn't sure if there was like I wouldn't know if he beat people or anything. He was just hit that shot.
He hit that shot to beat Pistons.
Okay, fair.
Vernon Maxwell, Mad Max. He's a pretty crazy guy. Did not make the list, but honorable mention. And James Harden. Honorable mentions.
He's current. I'm current. You're old.
Yeah, but if these current guys crack the top 10, they're allowed to be listed.
Oh.
This is all time.
Okay, sure. Okay, yeah. I would have just done past and present, but that's fine.
Fair enough.
So are you going?
Just go through your 10.
Okay, I avoided convicts. Miles Bridges isn't on my list. I didn't even put Kyrie on my list because obviously he'd be one right now. It's just he's in a different.
He doesn't count.
He's in a different league.
You're in the complete asset.
Like top list. 5 morons or top 5 anti-Semitic NBA players, he'd probably be one. But that's not this list. Okay, 10. I have Blake Griffin. Now Blake Griffin, this is a really tough one. He would have been higher a couple years ago.
You wronged the Pistons. You righted the Pistons for a while, then you wronged them. Sorry, I'm fired up about Blake Griffin.
He forced his way out of Detroit after being loved in the city.
Idolized.
And then he was, my biggest thing is he was unnecessarily disrespectful when he left Detroit in that game. I think it was in Brooklyn against the Pistons where he was just chirping so much.
And dunking. He didn't dunk for 2 years.
Well, yeah, there's the dunk thing. But it's like he was just talking so much crap and no one started talking to the bench and pointing at people. And I think Stewart kind of laid him out and set him down. And we loved him for that.
Stewart's awesome.
Blake Griffin, okay, I don't like him. Now, are you going or am I going to just...
Why don't you keep firing through your list? You're on fire.
Number 9, respect. Number 9, Ben Simmons. You can make the case for him being higher, but the guys that are higher, I really don't like. Ben Simmons, look, there's the quitting on Philly. I don't like that. There's the media attention. Now, that's not necessarily his fault. That's going to be a pattern we're going to see with my list. It's the love they get on Instagram and ESPN and Bleacher Report. And Ben Simmons gets a lot of attention. And then there's the lack of effort, where even like when he was good, there was sometimes where he took plays off. Now especially, he sucks. Like, he's a 6 point per game. He's like, if you look at stats, you remember that guy for the Thunder a few years ago, Andre Robertson?
Yes.
He probably averages a couple more assists than Robertson. I think that's it. Other than that, pretty similar dudes.
Very similar.
Matisse Thybulle.
Did you see Simmons' stats last night? He came off the bench and it was like 2 points, 2 dimes.
How many times did he shoot though? 3?
I don't. Not many.
Yeah.
He doesn't shoot.
Okay, now I go again.
Keep going. You're
You're
feeling it.
Okay, number 8. This one pains me. Killian Hayes. He's done nothing wrong. I don't think he's a bad dude.
Your name is no Skillian Hayes.
This is what I wrote down in all caps. Respectfully weighing my favorite team down so much. That's why I hate him. Because I love the Pistons.
Truth.
And with all due respect to Killian Hayes, he is not letting them reach their ceiling. Okay.
Agreed.
Number 7, Grayson Allen. Only reason Allen is 7 is because I have limited interactions with him. If I was a Bucks fan, I'd probably hate this guy. Because I would watch him every night. I hate Grayson Allen. He's the dirtiest player in the modern era of basketball. That's a fact. Again, only few interactions with him, which is why I don't have him higher.
Okay.
Number 6, Karl Anthony Towns. Softest dude in the NBA. Complains so much. He's selfish. He doesn't play defense. He fell apart in the playoffs last year, and I hated it. And now he's ruining Ant-Man. He is holding Ant-Man back, I think, both to the media and on the court. Number 5, who's also weighing Ant-Man down that plays for the Timberwolves?
Croissant Gobert.
COVID boy Gobert. Look, he's overrated. He screwed up the trade market. This one's not his fault. The trade market is absolutely butchered, and it's still butchered because he got 17 and a half first-round picks.
Yep.
So, again, Gobert, that's not your fault, but you screwed up the trade market and probably prevented KD from going to Miami. That's just how I'm going to look at that.
And people let their dogs poop on the street in Paris. That's Gobert's fault.
And yeah, I don't like the COVID thing. I think that's a fair one. I did 5. Do you want to do 5?
Sure.
Okay, you do 5.
Okay, so understand from my perspective as a diehard Pistons fan for a long time, there's some great players on here, but they wronged the Pistons. So number 10 on the list is the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Michael Jordan, you did bad things to the Pistons, and I'm sorry that Isaiah didn't pass it to you when you were a rookie in the All-Star game, but you didn't let Isaiah go on the dream team, and that's your fault, and then you beat the Pistons, and you put them into another category. Michael Jordan, you're number 10 on my list.
Did you hear what Isaiah said today?
Yeah, because I'm from the West Side. unless there's an apology.
I love that those two dudes still hate each other.
So do I.
I love
See,
it.
now all the NBA players are like, they played AAU and they're all buddies. No! You don't like them.
Okay, you doing 9 or no?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay. It's okay. Oof.
Darko.
Why do you hate Darko?
Because he was so bad. And he really brought the Pistons back lots and lots of years. He was the next guy. He was the guy. And he was terrible.
So when he got drafted, were you Pistons fans like, yes, this guy's going to be awesome?
Yeah. Everybody thought it. Everybody. There was people who said Darko should have been drafted ahead of LeBron. That's how
They're
hyped
racist.
he was.
The only people that said that were racist.
So
I'm standing by that.
Bosh, Wade,
Melo.
Carmelo, all those guys were drafted ahead of Darko.
Yes, I guess it's same as Hayes in some sense, right? Like it's
A
just
little bit.
like
but
Mark Darko's not a
difference.
bad. I think he's a nice farmer now.
Yeah, he's a nice farmer now.
Respect, Darko. Okay, what do you have?
Christian Laettner, mostly from his Duke days, but he was hated. Not as hated as much in the pros, but the college hate carried over to the pros. Latrell Sprewell. So if you don't know that much about him, he doesn't have the biggest name, but he was a terrible dude, attacking teammates. Like his coach, Carlissimo, he like strangled him. Like Carlissimo had these like bad cuts on his neck because
He could score the ball though.
He could score a little bit, and then he was a free agent, and at the time he was offered like a 3-year deal for like $18 million, which was a really good offer. This would be like a 3-year deal for $60 million now. Yeah. And he said, I got a family to feed. That didn't win him a lot of fans when he said that. Wow. So he turned down that offer.
Wow, that's a good pull.
Yeah, and I have one more before we go back to you. Karl Malone. He did give Isaiah Thomas 44 stitches. So there's a bit of background here. Michael Jordan didn't allow Isaiah Thomas to be on the Dream Team.
You haven't mentioned that this episode.
Yeah, I know.
Please mention
I'm
it
still
again.
pissed off about it.
Was he on the Dream Team, Isaiah Thomas?
No, he was not.
Oh.
So you know who get put on instead of him?
John Stockton.
John Stockton. Yeah. So then what happened? The next time the Pistons played Utah, Isaiah lit him up for like 40 points.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, which is good. Except then the following game, Karl Malone brought the wood down on Isaiah, and that's when the 40 stitches happened.
Okay.
Plus, he was a bad dude.
He's got off the court stuff that is.
He's got like some
terrible.
weird racial weird stuff off the court.
There's a lot of bad. I tried to avoid off the court to a certain extent, just because like
some of it's relevant here.
Just because like Miles Bridges would be one, right? Like,
true. Yeah.
Okay, so I go now.
Yep.
Okay, number 4, Jalen Green.
Oh, because he's an ass.
Disrespected Detroit and disrespected Cade. That's that's a fact. Like he did do those things. Doesn't play any defense and the media attention. This isn't his fault, but he'll like get a reverse layup, and I'll read about it for the next week, and I don't really care about it. Whereas Cade just drops like 21, 6 and 6 every single night, and we don't hear about it, and that's fine.
Agreed.
Number 3, James Harden. Gets fat every couple years, demands a trade. I've seen this play out. I'm not a Harden guy. He's hard to watch often.
He takes the fun out of basketball.
When he's cooking, he's fun. But it's so much foul baiting. It's just terrible for the game. Obviously, there's the effort. There's the playoff thing. There's the lunatics that think he's better than Dwayne Wade all the time. Because like, there's a subset of people that believe that.
Crazy.
Watch the 06 finals highlights with Dwayne Wade. Young Dwayne Wade with Shaq and like.
Oh, he was awesome.
Young Dwayne Wade in 06.
He
unbelievable.
Used the gym as his own personal trampoline.
D Wade?
Yeah.
That's my guy.
I heard that description. I'm like, that's a great description.
So James Harden, I hate James Harden's 3. Okay, number 2, I have LeBron here. Now, look.
Save number 1, okay?
Okay. Yeah. You just saw it's fine. No,
okay.
I'm not a big LeBron guy. That's a known fact. With all due respect.
Why do you hate him?
Look.
Why do you dislike him intensely?
Okay. I think he's the biggest prima donna in maybe modern sports. And there's some things to back that up. He is a pathological liar. He just says wrong things often.
Got some weird takes.
Sometimes disrespectful.
What
sometimes
about the decision? How'd that play out for him?
Thank you. That was one of the softest events in sports history.
Yeah.
And even LeBron fans.
Taking my talents to South Beach.
LeBron fans often tend to agree with, decision probably wasn't the best move. There's the backhanded cryptic comments where it just craps on his teammates that I don't like to read about. Then there's the Le GM cycle. And the Le GM cycle is goes to a new team. If it's not already awesome, he'll make it awesome and recruit a bunch of guys. They'll probably win. Then they'll have some sort of falling out and guys leave. And then they suck and everyone's like, poor LeBron, look at this team. we're going through it now. This we're on the back end of the cycle. And then obviously there's the media attention. He's got this radical fan base of lunatics. I'm not a LeBron guy. I don't hate him as much as like I hate watching Harden play, right? Like I'd rather watch LeBron just run and dunk on dudes than watch Harden shoot free throws. But if those are my two options, then I'm probably going to watch Man of Steel. Respectfully.
All right.
Okay,
save number 1. Number 5 on my list, Danny Ainge. He was a whiny pain in the butt and a Pistons killer. Now let's be clear. People like the Allsops, they're Boston fans. They're going to disagree with this list. But everybody who's a Piston fan, like Andrew McLeod, you're going to love this list. Respect.
Sorry, Uncle Phil.
Another guy, Larry Bird.
Dude, did you just have this? Did you just look up like top 10 best players in Celtics history? And that's your...
No, but
it's Bob Cousy next.
Larry Bird stole the ball.
So we don't have to go into that.
Terrible.
Yeah.
He just roasted those bad boys for a long time. So I was able to insert Kyrie Irving on my list because he's so bad and he's a franchise destroyer.
Okay.
And a racist goof. This is a good one. This is 70s. Kermit Washington. Do you know who that is?
I have not heard that name.
That's the guy who almost killed Rudy Tomjanovich with a punch. It was like a fight in the NBA. And what happened is Rudy T was coming from the other side of the court to try and break it up. And then Kermit Washington just turned... And Kermit Washington was a big dude. Just turned around and socked him. Like running into a truck. He fell. And I honestly... When you watch that highlight, you're like, oh my God, Rudy T is dead.
Oh.
As it happens, Kermit Washington got into some bad stuff and he's in jail right now.
Oh, come on, Kermit.
Yeah, Kermit.
Okay.
Not Kermit the Frog, Kermit Washington. Look him up.
Okay, you done?
Yeah, well, no, I got one more, but I'll save that one.
Okay, my one is Trae Young.
Yeah, he's...
Everyone is going to agree with this,
Yeah.
and even Atlanta fans can understand why I'm saying this.
Foul, baiting, pain in the ass, no defense, suck.
Yeah, pretty much. You summed it up very well there. He's a big suck. He's
Yeah.
a suck baby. I don't like watching him. I had to deal with him twice a couple weeks ago because they played the Pistons on Wednesday and Friday. So I had to watch 2 games of Trae Young shooting free throws, which is just hard. Like if I'm a DeJounte Murray guy.
Because we are. You like him. You were high on DeJounte right away.
Penny stocks for DeJounte. Those I can cash out and move
Make
out. Yeah.
lots of money. You're not going to move out.
No. If I was a DeJounte Murray guy and I followed
Who's going to make your food?
I'm good in the kitchen.
Where are you going to get your suits from?
I'll steal some of yours. Now, and back to the Trae Young thing.
Okay.
If I was a DeJounte guy and I watched Atlanta, don't hit the table, watched Atlanta, and now I have to deal with Trae Young shooting 15 free throws a game, it'd be terrible.
Yeah.
I hate watching him so much. I think he's a punk. He's a goofy-looking little rat fella, respectfully.
I would nap even more than I do if Trae Young was on the Pistons.
Dude, if we're Hawks fans, we're like...
Nap.
And then you just watch the playoffs and watch him not get those calls and lose.
Yep.
I'm glad that he is not on my team. Sorry,
Agreed.
Trae Young.
Okay, so most hated NBA player of all time. This is an easy one for people that are real fans. Ron Artest, Malice at the Palace. Something's not right with Ron. Like he changed his name.
Meta World Peace.
And there's like
Panda Friend.
Panda something.
Panda Friend.
Panda Friend.
He's
okay.
a friend to them.
But you need to look up the Malice at the Palace. That was crazy.
I think people know Mouse at the Palace.
Yeah, but watch the video again.
When you make obscure in the
Kermit
1950s,
Washington, Rudy Tomjanovich,
like
that was in
people,
the 70s.
Okay, sorry.
Malice at the Palace was actually one of the worst things that ever happened in sports.
Why?
Just because that broke that fourth wall. Rick Mahorn was a beast in that. He was climbing in the stands trying to pull guys off him.
Rick Mahorn was?
He was a commentator.
I need
you need to look it
watch
up
the
again.
tape breakdown.
Yeah,
I watch it relatively often, but I
you
don't
see
look
this
at Rick Mahorn.
big dude in a suit like climbing over, trying to pull people off each other. It was Rick Mahorn for the W, Ron Artest for the big L.
Okay, respect. Good job.
Good list. 2 good lists, actually.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Okay, now sign off to the people.
Listen, fans, thank you very much for the support. We appreciate it. All those guys that are out there and gals that are out there supporting us.
Or anybody that supports us.
Yeah, anybody that supports us.
Good job.
Guys, gals, non-binary.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's all good. If you have some topics you want us to discuss, let us know. We got to bring in some more guests soon.
Sure. Yeah, you're just going to make me do that, so I'll handle that.
I can arrange that as well.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, no, that dude I met at the wedding.
Oh, Desmond. That's my guy.
Yeah. We got to get him in here. He knows the sports.
Okay, respect.
Perfect. Okay. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, really quickly, Man of Steel's on Netflix. Just go spend 2.5 hours watching Man of Steel. Just do yourself a favor and watch Man of Steel.
This man is not our enemy.
Watch Man of Steel. Okay, say bye to the people.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night.